Hello, my fellow menaces to society. I'm Ghost, and today I'm going to be redesigning my favorite character from Hazbin Hotel, Vox. Before we start this wonderful video, I would just like to say that this is not a hate video, this is not a fixing video, it's simply for fun and because I don't really have any more content for full scale other than redesign videos right at the moment. But anyway, I think that's enough yapping on my part, so let's just get into the design. So I want to start with the things that I do like about Vox's design. Ignore the background noise, it's just my dog. By the way, the things that I do like about his design, I like that he isn't red. He's literally the only Hazbin Hotel character in the entire series without a blinding amount of red. Okay, I'm exaggerating, obviously, but it's nice to have a blue character for once. That being said, I will be changing his color palette. I'll get to that when I get to that. But I also like that he is a TV head. I love TV heads so much. I don't know why I love them so much, but I do. They're just I just love them. I've gravitated towards them always, and I have a handful of them TV head hosts myself. So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. Now it's time to move on to things that I don't like about his design, which is pretty much his entire outfit and his stupid freaking hat, bro. Okay, I know I'm not great at drawing hats, but I do like drawing hats. It's very strange, but I hate his hat. I don't like the stupid little top hat. It adds nothing to his design except for being annoying and high-key kind of ugly. I mean, I guess it's because he's like bald. But I just don't like it, so I got rid of it, threw that out the window. Also, his whole entire thing is him being more futuristic, and yet he got the dumbest looking suit. Look, pinstripe has not been in for several years, like a decade. Nobody ever wears pinstripe suits anymore, and I expect him to know that. Also, I don't like it. I don't like it, and the thing at the back of his suit is also a thing that doesn't happen ever anymore. Sorry, Vox, but I just don't like your outfit. Anyway, I did give him a more modern suit because, like I just stated like 5 seconds ago, he's supposed to be more modern, so I need to give him more modern clothing. It may not be very obvious to anyone, really, but Vox is actually based off of a CEO and a shark. He is a shark demon, but I love sharks. I love sharks so much. In case you were unaware, they're my favorite animal. Sharks are so cool. My persona literally has a shark tail because of how much I love them. They're amazing in every way, shape, and form, and they get a bad representation. I think dolphins should be the ones that are getting all this bad rep. Where are our dolphin horror movies? Why are they all sharks? Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna cut myself off right there and start talking about the actual topic of this video. Okay, so I gave him a shark tail. I know it doesn't look like a shark tail, because I can't draw them. But I also wanted it to look a little bit like a cable tail, kinda, because I couldn't decide between the two, but inevitably I gravitated towards the shark. And I am moving, so I'm sorry if there's any background noise. But anyway, I also gave him a dorsal fin, which you can't see because he is forward-facing in the drawing, but I swear it's there. It is there. In a lot of other Vox redesign videos, I saw them getting rid of his antennas, which makes sense because he's a flat screen TV, and flat screen TVs, in case you didn't know, do not have antennas. In fact, antennas haven't been a part of TVs in a good long while. But I have an idea. So since Vox has always been very forward thinking and always going towards like the future and stuff, even in his life, I assume, I think it'd be a fitting punishment in hell that he has his antennas just stay forever. They're constantly attached to his head as a reminder of the old and the era that he's from, so he can't really forget about it completely. Also, he looks bald without them. But I don't know, I just thought it would be cool. And I gave him longer antennas, by the way. Not for any specific reason, I just like how it looks. Moving on to his arms. You may have noticed that he does not have normal-looking arms. I also wanted him to look more like a robot. Hold on, Clementine, stop. I'm recording. Sorry. Anyway, my dog will not shut up, so just excuse me while I move to a different room. Right, his arms. I wanted to have more robot arms because I thought it looked cool. And I needed to do something with him. So I gave him claws, robot arms, all that fun stuff. I did him a peridot. I gave him those peridot fingers. And don't know if you can tell, but the little button on his suit is actually a reference to his human design. He had a little shark fin, and I wanted to add it in. Anyway, moving on to colors, which is what's happening on the screen right now. I like his colors, okay, but, I'm changing them. Why am I changing them if I like them so much? Because in my redesign, this is going to become, a little AU thing of mine, by the way. I'm just going to call it the Happy Hotel. It's probably not going to become anything big, just a fun little project. But, anyway, personal project. But anyway, I want their color palettes to reflect the sins that they committed when they were alive. And Vox's sins his main ones are definitely pride and envy. And in Viv's universe, for some reason, pride is red and envy is purple. I don't know why, but we're not here to talk about Viv's universe. We're talking about Vox specifically. So I wanted to incorporate purple into his design because I like purple and it's a color of envy, and if Fox is anything, it's envious. That's literally why he's in hell. He's so envious of Alistair. It's the reason he fell. It's the reason he lost. And maybe a little bit of some weird form of love for Alistair as well, but mostly envy and and pride for sure. So I did that. I gave him red and purple, and I wanted to keep the blue because I had to keep the blue. I also wanted his mouth to look more like Pilot Fox's mouth because I love Pilot Fox, bro. He's so underrated. I think I actually kind of like his design more than Show Fox. Other than the eyes. I like that they got rid of his permanent hypnotic eye. Anyway, I didn't really change anything else other than the things at the end of his antennas. I wanted them to look more like horns because he is a demon. I wanted to be doing demon forms, by the way, but I'm tired and I didn't have the time to make one. I'll do one in another video, but this is overall his center design. I already finished his main center design, but I had to draw past Vox with my design. It was just so cute. I love that episode, by the way. It's definitely my favorite episode. He's adorable. How did his cult leader so adorable? It's so not fair. But anyway, in the past flashback, Vox had a tie, but since now he has a tie in my redesign, since why the frick does he have a bow tie? I don't know why he had a bow tie in the first place. But anyway, he has a bow tie in the past because I think if at any point he would want to mirror Alistair more when he thought they were friends. So I gave him his signature bow tie, but I think he got rid of it after a while, not wanting to get reminded by Alistair and also wanting to stay with the times. Sorry, I gotta breathe at some point. But anyway, I had to give him the bow tie. He's so adorable. And in case you didn't notice, he's a broken antenna in my redesign, just like he does in the canon design. He does not have one here because he didn't have one in the canon design or the episode. But yeah, I couldn't resist drawing past Fox. He's adorable and I love him so much. I don't really have anything else to say, so enjoy some elevator music or something. Enjoyed drawing him with the colors, by the way. It was fun. I love the new colors that I picked. It's super fun, and I think I'll just keep drawing Vox like this forevermore. forevermore. I drew little hearts in the background because maybe whenever is happening in this scene, he's talking to Alistair, like a nice little simple conversation, you know, one where it doesn't crush all of our radiostatic souls. Well, that's a wrap, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for staying this long, by the way. Maybe you could drop a comment down below. It really helps with the algorithm, though I'm sure nobody's gonna watch this. But if you have made it this far, and you have finished it, and you are considering dropping a comment, but you don't know what to say, maybe I can recommend who I can redesign next, because I'm not sure who I want to redesign next. Maybe Alistair, maybe Valentino, whoever you guys want. But if nobody responds, I'll probably just do Alistair. Tell me your thoughts on this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!